Hello everyone, you already know who it is. It is the OLW Hall of Famer, the crazy one, Crazy J. And although I am speaking with no one around me, I know that the world is listening. Welcome to the first edition of Crazy Talk. This little podcast type of thing, or kind of like Mundo's 100% Raw, all credit to him. This idea that I have gotten is inspired by 100% Raw. So, shout out to you, Mundo. But for the first topic that I'm going to be talking about, um, Paige proposing to Alberto El Patron, um, I, I don't think not even 24 hours ago. Um, and that is amazing. You know, it's a big thing going on in the wrestling scene right now, and I'm not sure if Paige could be still employed with WWE or not. You know, she is still going through that 60 days of breaking. I believe it's the wellness policy or something like that. But you know, congratulations to Paige and Alberto El Patron. Um, just a fantastic moment that happened there. Another one that I'm gonna be talking about, the off season that's coming up for GWF. For people that don't know, this GWF is the place of very similar faces when it came up to people in FWW or NSW. And fun fact for people that don't know, the off season is when I made my footprint coming out of backyard wrestling into professional wrestling. So the off season of NSW, and I believe it was season 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. For people that know the answer. I came in and I've trained in Performance Center for so long, and I made my debut in Tribute to the Troops, going against Scott Ray, and I ended up unfortunately losing. But the point is, for me being experienced in this professional wrestling thing for almost a year now, and just realizing that what I have accomplished over the year is it's amazing. Let's put down that um, the Turkey Championship didn't really mean anything over NSW, but I still like to hold that as some kind of accomplishment. I was the very first Turkey champion. I was a TV champion and CWF champion when I was over at Florida Water, and then coming up to GWF, I was the very first GWF champion, the very first two-time GWF champion. It's just amazing, and that's just GWF and that alone. I could name the accomplishments in OLW, but I'm just gonna be sticking with the GWF scene and all of them. Floor Water, NSW, but just with it not even officially being exactly a year yet, what I have accomplished is just amazing. Um, and I don't know. I'm really looking forward for this off season coming up. I heard that there's an off-season show for Raw coming up soon, so I'm gonna be, preparing for all of that. Moving on to the next topic, though, the last WrestleMania for GWF, more specifically Austin Woodward, well-deserved person to be the Intercontinental Champion. He's been busting his ass for so long just to be a champion and really, make it up there in the list. And he was screwed over so many times. One of the times being in the infamous triple threat GWF title match. It was me, J Money, and Austin Woodward. And even after that, on that night, the rivalry that almost lasted a year, me and Austin Woodward, it ended that night because after I won that, I shook Austin's hand and I told him, um, I saw the best out of you. I'm very proud of you. If you would have won, I would have not been mad. You deserve so much, and I hope things get better for you in the future. And it did. Austin Woodward goes on to his first WrestleMania and became the Intercontinental Champion, and he's going on to the next season as the Intercontinental Champion. So once again, just congratulations to you. And and on the way though, he got injured after that match, winning the Intercontinental Championship. Austin, when I was there watching it, he he was basically looking like he was getting abused in that match. He was getting beaten and battered, and for him to see him still just keep going on and continuing over and over and over, trying to get every opportunity he did, and he ended up winning at the end. When I saw him in the back after he won his match, I hugged him. I said, "I'm so proud of you. You literally showed me what true dedication is for wrestling and the passion for wrestling." And I told him it reminds me of my real glory days, because I was very similar. And I told him, "You literally got abused and battered out there. You put so much of your body on the line, and one of them could have been a serious injury, but yet you still looked past that. You still went for that title, and you came out successful at the end." And no, he said, "Thank you," and I knew that you believed in me. Yeah, I know that you were hoping for the better of me in the future, and look at me now. And after he told me that, I just had a big smile on his face, and I pat on the back. I said, "Now go get yourself checked. I don't want you to already vacate a title you just won due to serious injury." Um, that was the last thing I have said to Austin in person, and he's with that title now, just showing it high with pride. And Austin, if you're listening to this, once again, I am proud of you. Congratulations, so well deserved. For the final topic, I'm gonna be talking about. Actually, no, I have two more topics. One of them, this could be sounding very similar as the Mundo has done before in his 100% Raw. 2K, 2K, I don't want to say they play favorites, but it kind of seems like in a way that they do. Now, the e-fetting scene and all that, these promotions are really well developed, and I think they're a really fast-growing scene right now in the WWE 2K games community. And 2K needs to promote these a lot more. And I don't want to say, they should just promote the ones that are the best or that well deserved. Anyone should be promoted for something that they trying really hard to do. But I'm just saying, especially for the people that are busting their ass producing all these great shows. Example one of them being GWF. GWF, in my opinion, is the best promotion I have seen out there in not in ever. Just GWF is amazing, and they deserve to get more exposure out there. But 2K just not looking at compared to them, small things like that, and not giving that exposure that things like that really need. Because they're just, like I said, I don't want to say they're playing favorites again, but it just looks like they are when it comes up to people like Grimm's Toy Show or Willpower and I think his name is the 101. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they look more towards them to compared to things like GWF. It's just it's kind of sad and it kind of agitates me. But all I'm saying is 2K should really pay attention to some of these and promote them. Now for the final topic, Raw. All right, Monday Night Raw over in WWE. I end up watching it, and my childhood hero, Bill Goldberg, making his return on WWE programming for the first time in over 12 years. And for me to sit there seeing him, making his, classic entrance, from the back, making his way on. He did the pyro, all that, people just chanting Goldberg, and it's amazing. And for Goldberg to go and accept Brock Lesnar's challenge, it's really eye-opening because it really shows that Goldberg still has a big passion for ass kicking, and I feel like that he has 100% full potential of getting one more match, and even especially against someone like Brock Lesnar. And I know that the last encounter between Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar was considered one of the worst matches, um, either in WWE history or in WrestleMania history. I still think that it can be redeemed, if I am correct. I think they're facing off Survivor Series. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they could redeem themselves after that, their last encounter at WrestleMania 20. And with suspicion of how I feel of some of the management, even Vince McMahon, you know, how he feels or they feel towards Bill Goldberg. I feel like they're gonna probably do something like Bill Goldberg getting not squashed, but you know, somehow maybe screwed or maybe in a little way squashed at the match. And I'm not saying that he would. Bill Goldberg is fully capable of not being squashed and just kicking ass in general. But I just have a feeling that WWE's going to do something with Brock Lesnar and probably put him over Goldberg, and now it's just going to be nothing but Paul Heyman constantly bragging and be like, oh, now it's tied up 1-1. You know, Bill Goldberg, you can't lay on that 1-0 advantage anymore, blah, 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 probably stuff like that. Me personally, obviously, I want to see Goldberg to go in against that match of Brock Lesnar and just tear and just win, you know, causing Goldberg to, you know, walk in, you know, having one more match in him probably, and just walk out 2-0 against the Beast Incarnate. And it would just be amazing, and I want to really see that happen. I really hope it does happen, but yeah, you know, when I first heard about the challenge of Paul Heyman saying that, when I saw the tweet saying that Goldberg was going to be coming to live on Raw in person, you know, I was waiting a whole week just excited to see, you know, I finally got to see it tonight. Well, not tonight, it's 12:49 as I'm doing this, so technically last night. It was just amazing experience, you know. I didn't really get to see much of Goldberg whistle and really perform, because you know I was born in '99, and you know, obviously I was a child, I was a baby, you know, I don't really remember anything, and then even when he was over in WWE, you know, in the early 2000s, I still don't remember anything until then. But you know, to finally see Goldberg, you know, see with my own eyes, remember this moment, it's amazing. And like I said, I hope Goldberg does pretty well. You know, I feel like he still has it. You know, I don't want, maybe he'll be a little bit washed up because, you know, it's been many, many years since he's been, you know, out of experience in wrestling. But yeah, I hope that this match it gets redeemed, you know, to really. I don't think he'll fully recover the last encounter at WrestleMania 14, but I hope it really redeems some of it. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. That's all the topics I had for today. This has been the OLW Hall of Famer Crazy J, and thank you for tuning in to this edition of Crazy Talk.